Well, the music industry, as everybody knows, has been in dire straits, to excuse the pun. And there are a few people responsible for that. Sean Fanning and Sean Parker from Napster have a responsibility. The Grateful Dead have a responsibility for giving away their stuff for free. And I'm talking now to a guy who also shares a responsibility for the collapse of the music industry. Bram, should I call him Bram Stoker or Bram Cohen, the founder and chief scientist at BitTorrent. Bram, welcome to TechCrunch TV.
Good to be here.
So Bram, convince me that you haven't killed the music industry.
Well, the music industry seems to be thriving quite nicely. We're at this conference with a whole bunch of music people in it. The thing that's hurting is the traditional business model of the music industry, which was all based on making money off of the distribution channels. As far as the availability of music—
You mean selling their product?
Well, being the intermediary selling the product. It's not like most artists, it's not like most musicians got very well paid out of the whole thing. But if you look in terms of the amount of music being made and the general availability of it and the sheer diversity of it, there's more music than ever, and the industry is doing great. And there are plenty of musical acts that are doing quite well for themselves right now. They're just not primarily doing it by selling pieces of plastic that are getting people to come to their concerts and other things like that.
Bram, this is an arguable position. I just interviewed the lead singer of a well-known group who argued that the artist was actually much worse off now than in the old days. Do you have data to prove your point?
There is data. I can't quote it off the top of my head, but
Well, tell us where it is.
That's kind of an unfair question, isn't it?
Well, if you say it exists. Where is it?
You want me to cite medical journals?
No, I'm not interested in formal citations. I'm just curious where that data is.
There is data on the amount of money that's spent on entertainment across different things, including the music industry, and the total amount of money that's being spent hasn't particularly gone down.
So how would you explain the fact that the music industry has declined by in terms of recorded music sales, by about 50% in the last 15 years?
Because people are downloading lots of stuff for free. There's lots of bands are making their own stuff available for free. You can go to people's MySpace pages and now Facebook pages and listen to tracks of theirs all you want.
Would you accept that there's a connection between people buying less music legally and illegally downloading music?
If you look at the numbers, the thing that's killing the whole album sales, when you move to digital, it's people just buy the single. It's the old, singles versus albums thing that, singles sell albums. And this is a battle that goes way, way, way back, that there was this intentional thing of trying to not make singles available because it would get people to sell the whole album. And when people are buying stuff digitally, a lot of the drop in revenues there is just people just get the one or two tracks they actually want.
So you're saying that Steve Jobs killed the music industry by undoing the album?
Well,
he was the guy, of course, who did it.
I dispute your assertion that the music industry is getting killed, but definitely that is one thing that has happened. Although I personally think it's a little silly to view digital music as something that you sell. I think digital music is promotional material for the band that creates it.
Are you a musical artist?
No, I'm not.
Do you know many music artists?
Not too many professionals, no.
And the ones you know, would they agree with you that they're happy to give away their product for free?
Yeah.
I mean, for example, I'm being paid for this interview. I wouldn't do it for free.
You're being paid to give the interview.
No, I'm being paid to interview you.
Yes. You're not paying to watch the interview.
What's the difference?
There are plenty of ways to make money off of things being done. Like, when there's commercials being made, they pay for music for the commercials. You can look down on that as an art form, but people do get paid to produce commercials. People get paid lots of money to produce commercials.
So, leaving aside whether or not the music industry is in a healthy state, and I would accept the fact that it's in a healthier state today than it was a year or two ago, but I would strongly disagree that it's in a better state now than it was, say, 20 years ago. What does BitTorrent do? What's your business? What's your model?
Well, we make file distribution software. I would really, really like to work with a whole lot of content producers to help distribute their stuff online, because we can do that at very low cost with very, very high quality in terms of high video quality and lossless audio and things like that that are, I believe, really great things. And what I've been working on for a while is a new peer-to-peer live video protocol, so that the thing that people do on television, where there's something getting broadcast right now and everyone's watching it right now, at just a few seconds latency, can be done on the internet peer-to-peer. And there isn't, to date, any good technology for doing that, but I've created one.
Why, in your view, has BitTorrent become associated with piracy?
Well, because a lot of the old school content owners, just as a matter of policy, don't want to give us a good name. We can provide them with lots and lots of content savings, make lots and lots of extras and everything available at very low cost, but just as a matter of principle, they won't work with us. They want to keep things the way they have been for a very long time and not just make lots and lots of stuff available online.
So you're suggesting that you want to help the music industry, but it doesn't want to help itself?
There's certainly a lot of that going on, yeah.
Would you accept the fact, though, that many people do use your service to do illegal things?
Yeah, well, I tell them that's stupid and they shouldn't do it.
And what do they say?
I don't know. I say this in interviews. I don't go telling them one at a time. We have a lot of users.
Well, now you have an opportunity. I'm sure that even in our very law-abiding TechCrunch audience, there are some people, those of you know who you are, who are illegally downloading music. Bram Cohen, the founder of BitTorrent, what do you say to those people, Bram?
Well, in general, pirating stuff is a very legally dangerous thing to do, and I tell people they really shouldn't do it.
And if they do, they should go to jail, they should be fined, they should get smack bottoms?
That's really not my fight. Everyone seems to expect me to be some kind of copyright evangelist. And it's not my fight. I'm a technologist. I build technology for doing things. And people, including you, especially right now, are being pretty hostile and trying to suck me into this policy thing about the way that copyright works right now. And I'm trying to build technology and use it. And people on one side are trying to stamp down the technology and blame me for technology moving forwards, and the other side are trying to suck me into legally dangerous things, and I'm just trying to move the world forward.
Okay, well, let's be a little more positive, Bram. You now have an opportunity to help the music industry rebuild itself. Not only do we have people doing naughty things watching this, but we also have a lot of music executives. What do they need to do, and how can they work with you?
Well, I think they need to embrace the future. The future is that everything is available, and digitally recorded stuff is not the product itself. The band that you create is the product, and you should if you have a band that's touring, you should record every performance. You should make every performance available. You should stream them all live. You should make your stuff available on every music service that's available. You should have a homepage for your band with every sample track that you possibly can. You should try and engage your fans in as much of your music as they can possibly consume, so that then they'll come to your concerts and do other things.
Bram, my guess is that no one would disagree with you. I certainly wouldn't, and I know a lot of people in the business who aren't. But I have two questions for you. Firstly, how does BitTorrent fit into this new world of ubiquitous content? And secondly, and most importantly, how do you monetize it?
Well, we provide the plumbing to help move data, to keep the costs low and everything. So you can have massive files with very little infrastructure.
So that's your value, the plumbing. You're a plumbing company for this new world of ubiquitous content.
Yes.
And that plumbing is a euphemism for file sharing?
I don't think it's a euphemism at all. There's nothing wrong with peer-to-peer file distribution.
Well, I like plumbers. I've got nothing against plumbers either. You're a digital plumber, and you'll probably be as rich a plumber as most people are if you have your way. So how do you make money out of that?
We as a company right now are just pushing out a toolbar with our stuff. This is how we're making most of our money right now.
A toolbar?
Toolbar.
Meaning?
Just a toolbar that shows in your browser. So there's, it's a toolbar that appears in the browser and actually can control uTorrent from inside of it and things like that. And you can run web searches from it and those monetize. So.
And where's the uptake, Bram? Are you building a viable business? Do you have a lot of clients in the traditional entertainment industry?
Well, we certainly have a viable business right now.
You're profitable?
Yeah.
How many people in the company?
We're up to around 70.
And where are you based?
San Francisco.
But do you need the support of the entertainment industry to become really viable?
I don't know what you mean by really viable.
Well, a profitable company, a long-term profit, to become the major plumber in this new ecosystem. See, I use ecosystem and plumbing all in one sentence.
Yeah, we want to work with everyone that we can. And you know, we have helped musical acts and other things.
So you're turning over a new leaf?
Well, it's not a new leaf. I mean, everyone likes writing that headline, but we've always...
You've always been good, Bram?
We've always been willing to work with anybody. It's just people don't want to work with us.
Well, Bram Cohen, you've done an excellent job representing yourself, and I hope you come back again to talk about how you are becoming the major plumber on today's internet. Bram Cohen, the founder of BitTorrent. Thank you so much for appearing on TechCrunch TV.
Thank you.